Conzo Martin, seems like no matter what happens, he always has your back, and now it's paying dividends. Can you tell me what he's meant to you?
He always meant a lot to me since my first time meeting him. Like I said, he always show us how to be into men and how to step into the real world. He built a relationship off with you like that's gonna last long, and then he let us know that it's more than basketball. And when it comes to like you just said, he always got your back. Whenever situations happen, he feel like whatever situation that we in, he said he's gonna always take the blame because he the one that's looking after us. So I feel like that's just him always wanting to be the guy that makes sure if we had a mistake, he's gonna take the fall for it. I just feel like that's just something that he just do and that's just in him.
Do you feel like you'll be having conversations with Conzo Martin when you're 35, 45, and 55 years old?
Yeah, I mean, he always say that he still got group chats with his previous players because of the relationship that he done built up with them. So honestly, I feel like I will be talking to him later in the future.
So, Jeremiah, you've had two double doubles in your last three games. How do you keep this? How do you keep this going and making this a trend and finishing like this?
Um, like you just said, just keep going, being consistent, just playing hard and know what I'm out there playing for. My focus is when I play is to get the double doubles, but my main focus is to go out there and rebound. I know the points will probably eventually come to me, but for me as a big, I know I need to be getting at least 10 boards a game, so that'd be my main focus.
And also, as a big, there's not many that can run the floor like you. And you got to feel that, hey, I can do this better than most bigs. I can beat the opposing center down the floor.
Yeah, our coaches put a lot of emphasis on that during practice when we whatever we doing and making sure they always scream and run, run, run. We always doing these drills for the bigs to just be getting in good shape and making sure we trying to beat the guards down the floor.
I think coach told me once that you could be the fastest guy on the team. Confirm or deny?
It's a possibility. Whenever we run it, we had those days when I want to race everybody and people be shocked.
um, I also want to ask you about how difficult things have been at times. It's going really well now, but as somebody once said, nothing worthwhile comes without a struggle. Tell me about how difficult it was and the toughest period for you down there.
Down in Colombia?
Yeah.
Honestly, times when everything was just on shutdown, being in quarantine, uh, the COVID for real, because everything always last minute lately. We have practice and like our last game we had to leave 2 days earlier because of the weather and stuff like that. And early off in the season we didn't really know our schedule and who we was playing. We was just like up and leaving. But Coach Martin made sure he did a good job with just having us always ready and prepared for times like this.
But what about your career individually? If
Oh.
things are not going well, was it difficult for you?
Things not going well for me. I mean, I feel like I always had Coach Marco and Coach Martin there to help me out through things because they know where I'm from and they can relate to what I'm going through. So I just use them as mentors. I never really like to call back home with my parents and like to nag them because I feel like I have people down here that I can talk to instead of having my family back home worried. So I would just use Coach Martin and Coach Marco as mentors to help me get through things.
And how have you figured out the foul situation? You're not getting in foul trouble anymore. What's your philosophy there? Why is it working for you now?
Honestly, I don't really know. I'm not gonna say like I've done something specific, but I mean I've been dealing with this for the past few years now, and I kind of know how the game gonna go. So in the previous years, what I've been doing on the court, as far as like having attitudes with the refs, like that's not gonna help me at all. They call a call just because they called it doesn't mean they're gonna take the call back. So just moving on to the next thing and just keeping my head.
How about your club right now? It seems like there's a great deal of chemistry, that it doesn't matter who the best player is on an individual night, and you got like 6 or 7 guys that could lead your team in scoring every game.
We all want to see each other eat, honestly, when it comes to just being on the floor. Everybody want to see each other win. We all try to win together. We share the juices. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares about who having the best game at the moment, long as we get the W versus somebody else, because we know how it feels to always lose and always be the underdog. So as long as we pulling the wins off, we don't care who had all the points.
Do you think about the NCAA tournament a lot?
Yes, I haven't been there since my freshman year, so it would be nice to have another experience with them for our league.
You know, I've been saying this on radio for a long time, that there's a player in the NBA who you have always reminded me of, and it's Tristan Thompson. You know, same body type, defender, shot blocker, runs the floor, pretty athletic. Have you ever watched him and thought to yourself, I could be him?
I personally haven't like watched him, but I know like his game. I know like how he plays and stuff like that. But I personally haven't like studied his game.
What kinds of individual work are you doing right now to get your skill level, you know, at the highest possible level? And how much individual work are you doing?
Early mornings before practice, just making sure my touch is always right and just getting a lot of reps in on my main things, my basics, my hook shots, my shots in the middle. On top of that, like you just said, making sure my body is right for me to run the floor, just the little things.
How about the final dunk you had yesterday? That was insane. I mean, you were not close to the rim, and you threw that thing down with passion. How do you remember that one?
Uh, I just remember coming off that screen and X threw the ball up, and he had been throwing the ball up all game, so I was kind of expecting him to throw it, and I just went to go get it.